Welcome back, Gemini. I hope y'all are enjoying your day so far. All right, let's get into this. This is going to be a general reading, so we're just going to see what comes out for you, Gemini. Spirit, give us a clear, concise message here for Gemini. Please and thank you. Ooh, first card out. 4 coins. So you might be saving money or just watching your assets, protecting your assets, but let's get into this deeper. And that might be confirmation for one of you. Remember that this is a general reading, so do take what resonates with you, leave the rest for somebody else. Spirit, give us a clear, concise. There it goes. Okay. I'm going to take it. Yeah, it looks like you're watching your assets and definitely watching your money at this time. You might be having people ask you for money and you're like, okay, I just can't do this right now. You know, this is just not the right time. And this person is taking you like, oh, you're turning your back on them. Well, it's not about you turning your back on them. It's about, you got bills too. You know what I mean? It's more of that kind of energy. Like, you got your own things to pay here. You cannot be covering other people's expenses when you're having trouble covering your own expenses. So you might have something coming up that needs to get paid and you know it. And that might be confirmation for one of you. We do have this left over. We're going to dig deeper in a second here. So we got all that to go through. So this might be a past situation or recently, like something that just happened not very long ago. Okay, and then now this person's like acting this way towards you. For one of you, this person asked you for money because you give off this impression that you have plenty of money. Okay, and because you give off that energy, like you have plenty of money, you're on top of things, and in reality, you're actually struggling financially. You give off that vibe, so this person's thinking like, wait a minute, I thought Gemini had all this money, that kind of energy. You might make a lot of money, and this might be for somebody, like you might make a whole lot of money, but it's not keeping up with your expenses, unfortunately. For some of you, I'm hearing that you're not listening to your intuition, and that's something that could be holding you back from opportunities or from getting the clarity that you need. For some of you, there is a secret here that is going on here. There's a hidden truth that's going on here, and that is what is holding you back. So let's go ahead and dig deeper into that, because there is a hidden truth here. What is the hidden truth, Spirit? There's an illusion that's going on around you. Ooh, too many. Okay, too many. There is a hidden truth here. Okay. And it might have something to do with a Leo or an earth sign. Something about them getting some kind of, or doing something publicly, or getting recognition, or you're getting recognition for something. 4 coins. So, it could be something that you are an expert at, and that might be confirmation, or they're expert at. You might be dealing with the Leo or a Taurus. You could also have Leo or Taurus in your chart. I do feel very strongly that what's being hidden from you is that you're about to step into a role where you're going to have to lead somebody. And it looks like it could be something that's going to be done publicly, where you're going to have to lead somebody into victory. Like you're going to have to push that person, force that person into victory, into financial victory. So this is where I'm getting like what's being hidden from you is that you're going to end up being the person who's going to end up forcing something because of this, because of you like wanting to be in this 4 of coins energy so badly. So it's more of a you holding on to your money, saving your money, saving your assets, or doing something to save your assets. So for instance, like if you're behind on your taxes or something, you pushing something forward or needing to push something forward for you to be able to pay those taxes off. So I do feel very strongly that you're going to be leading somebody here, pushing somebody. This could be somebody who, for one of you, maybe you're in a committed relationship with this person. And that might be just for one of you. For another one, maybe this is just a partner that you're dealing with, and you're having to push that person, like, come on, we got to get this, we got to get this done, we have a deadline, that kind of energy. This could also be something that you're doing on social media, something that you're pushing on social media. um or this could also be you pushing something so you could get a promotion, like you have a team player, or you have, your work wife or work husband, and you're like, come on, we got to get this done, I need to get this promotion, that kind of thing. Like you're pushing something to have that success. Also, I do feel very strongly that another thing that's being hidden from you here is that you're in the spotlight and you don't even know it. Like, you got people watching you, watching what you're doing. You know, you got eyes on you. That's what I'm hearing. For another one of you, another thing that's being hidden here is that you haven't met somebody online, but you will be meeting somebody online, and this person is going to help you or give you some kind of advice or something that could be helping you in the future. And I'm seeing this person help you get out of some kind of feeling about something, giving you some kind of clarity, like getting you out of some kind of delusion that you've been stuck in. For some of you, maybe you're just not trusting your future, or maybe you're so much of a perfectionist here that when you see one little flaw, it just messes everything up for you. So you just, like, you don't want to invest in something unless you feel like it's going to be perfect. So a lot of times, I could be a perfectionist too. So I have crocheted like a whole hat, and then I'll see one little flaw and I'll take the whole thing apart. And even though it took me like 3 or 4 days, we're talking about like 30 hours or something working on that hat. If I see one little flaw, I will like literally take it apart and do it again. You might be that way where doing this is actually setting you back, okay? You might have a very unrealistic expectation of yourself, and I feel like that is confirmation for one of you. For another one of you, you're dealing with somebody here that asked you for help and you weren't able to give them help. This person has been watching you, and now they're getting more and more jealous and moody towards you. So you might be feeling that, picking up on that, but at the same time, you're still trying to like ignore it because you don't want to deal with it at this time, right? Because you feel like if you dealt with it, then the two of you are going to end up in some kind of argument or spat or something like that, where you just don't want to deal with it. There might be also like them coming in and causing some kind of mental conflict for you, but you're trying to go for your success here. You're working on something. So if this person comes in and they cause you some kind of mental conflict, well, it looks like they're going to. Even if you're trying to stop them, they're still going to do this, because I do see a group here. And I do feel like you have a group, like this person's coming back with a group. So it might be, like your family members, and they're bringing grandma and grandpa and their parents and, that kind of thing to come and talk to you. Like, Gemini, why aren't you helping your cousin here? Or why aren't you, what's wrong with you? This is your brother. Why aren't you helping him out? You got plenty of money. You make all this money. That kind of energy, like them saying something like that. So they're definitely coming in to like gang up on you, Gemini, and you know it. This is not something that you don't know. You know that this person's going to do something like that. It might be just the way your family is, right? And yeah, that's what I'm getting to see. Because whoever this is that you said no to, they're definitely secretly watching you. You know what I mean? Why is the devil here? Let me see what's going on here, guys. So it's like they're watching you. Yeah, they don't know what to do with you. And it's because of that. Sometimes people make, you could be making 150,000 a year, but if it's going out, and the more money you make, the more, well, let's put it this way, the less resources you have. In other words, the more money you make, you can't just go get on food stamps, or you can't just get it on any kind of assistance. Even if you have a child who's in college, I mean, you're not going to get help. You know what I mean? They're going to expect you to come up with the money, right? And people who look at you are looking at you like, wait a minute, you're making all this money, but yet you're broke. Well, that's why your child is not going to go get on financial aid. You know, you're going to have to pay for their college education. You're going to have to pay for a lot of stuff that people who are in a lower financial bracket don't have to pay. They can get financial aid. They can get, you know what I'm saying? So that's why this is unfair to you. That's what I'm trying to say. This is unfair to you because of what they're doing. Okay. Um, I do see this being like something that they've done before, but I just want to verify it. I do feel like this is something that they've done to you before in the past, and it has something to do with your income, how much you make. You know, you make a certain amount, and then they're expecting you to, like, take care of everybody. Yes, with the Knight of Cups, like, they're expecting you to give, to have abundance because of what you make, right? So it's like they're expecting you to just give, you know, and not really fully understanding that you just don't have it, or you need to take care of your own household first. You have to take care of your house, your family first. Hmm. Somebody here might have Pisces in their chart, or maybe this person that's expecting you to give to them has Pisces in their chart. Okay. Queen of Sticks. I do feel like this person is coming in being very resentful towards you, okay? Not really finding a solution with that Tower in reverse. I just feel like this person is expecting you to be, like, you should just know something, or you should just be aware of something, or they feel like you should be the person who's going to build the bridge between you and them. Like, you're supposed to bend backwards to give them what they want. And they feel like because they have this support group of this group that wants to come up against you, or has already come up against you, this person feels like they're right. And because they feel like they're right, they're coming in being vengeful, like, you're just being greedy and selfish and that kind of energy. I do see this person is trying to push their agenda towards you. And we also have this in reverse as well. So they're really going to come in and try to push this agenda against you. It's like this idea that they're right and you're wrong is growing in momentum. So it makes me feel like they're definitely getting other people involved here. Specifically, possibly a father figure. Because with the King of Cups, a father figure could be. So with the King of Cups, maybe it could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, because we do have the Chariot here, okay? Maybe a mother figure. Yeah, you're going to have to distance yourself from this group because they're definitely coming towards you. And I don't see them stopping anytime soon. Tell me more about the King of Cups here. This person feels like they have the right to push you. Like they have a right to come in and talk to you a certain kind of way. So this could be your own parents for one of you, or an aunt, uncle, or somebody in the family that's older than you. This person feels like they should have the right to be the judge here and make certain kind of decisions here when it comes to your household. Ooh. I'm going to take the first card out. Yeah, because of the support. They're getting ready to play dirty. Yeah, they're coming in. They're going to play some kind of mental games with you and manipulation. You know what I mean? Look, we have the Sun card coming out in reverse. Yeah, Gemini, this group, they're planning to trap you, like to corner you. You know what I mean? And to, like, seduce you into giving this person some money. This could be like a very large, I mean, the way that they're acting, it must be like a large amount of money. That's what I'm getting. And I see you being like, oh my God, what's wrong with these people? I'm hearing you telling them, like, you've worked so hard for your money. It wasn't easy to get it. And you're trying to explain to them, but it's like everything that you're saying to them is going to just go on deaf ears here. Like, you know what I mean? You got something in the future coming, like, there's something in the future that you're saving for or you're going to have to pay for, and you're like trying to hold on to that money. Woo, a fight about money. That's what this is. With the Six of Blades coming out here, I do feel very strongly that you're just going to have to, like, distance yourself from these people. Okay? I do feel like there is going to be a positive outcome here. You know, I do feel like you're going to move forward, and you're going to leave this behind. Like, you're going to just leave these people behind because your your energy is about to change. Like, you need to move on, right? Like, you have something going on over here where you're trying to get some kind of success. So I do feel like, you're going to say something, you're going to fight back, and things are going to ease up on you here. You might even have to distance yourself mentally, or you might just have to leave these people behind so you could become more stable again. Because depending on who these people are, they could shake you up pretty badly, you know, that kind of energy. I do feel with the faded energy coming out in reverse, somebody here is going to receive their karma. And I do feel very strongly it's going to be this one, you know, this person down here who's very bitter and angry with you for you not giving them what they want. I do feel like that person's going to receive some kind of karma. More likely, somebody's going to tell them something. You know what I mean? But I do feel very strongly that this person's going to come back again. But you need to regather your mental strength here and get yourself emotionally balanced here before dealing with this person again. Because it's like they're not going to stop. This is something that they feel like they have unfinished business with you. They have a point to prove. Okay? And I'm also hearing that this person is using you to take some kind of shortcut. Tell me more about that. About the shortcut. What's this shortcut? They're trying to use you to give them a shortcut. Knight of Wands, because it's something that they really want to do. They're not going to stop talking here. It's like they're hoping that they could get you to lower your defenses or, bend backwards for them. That's exactly what it is. So Gemini, it's not going to end. Okay, maybe this battle here with these people, you're definitely going to stand your ground and move forward. But I do feel like this person is going to continuously come back and continuously to hound you because they feel like it's unfair that you have the money and they're going through this period where they don't have money, they don't have resources. Okay, so I think this is a warning for somebody here. You know what I mean? Like, this is a warning to be careful. You know, I actually had a situation similar to this happen to me a long, long time ago. And I ended up loaning somebody $500. This was back in 2002, I believe. And since then, I've only gotten $5 back from it. So that might be why you're so reluctant to give any money, or to loan them any money, because this person's the kind of person who's not responsible, right? They don't really they don't well what I'm getting is they don't really take responsibility for their own actions. Like, they don't take accountability for their own actions. They might even have like bad credit, or this could be somebody that will cling on to you for more support, financial support, if you give it to them now. Like, this person's going to keep coming back for more and more and more. And it's going to be a never ending cycle with this person and of this person, the way that they're acting and stressing you out. You don't need this at this time because you're trying to build something for yourself here. You got something going on here where you need to keep your energy focused and calm, and you know what I mean, and keeping your eye on the ball where this person's coming in just to distract you. Okay, I am seeing jealousy, so maybe that's part of the plan, is just to distract you so you won't get this promotion, so you won't get that recognition that you want so badly. Okay? Because I am seeing them being jealous of you. A lot of people think, if you do have a YouTube channel or some kind of social media channel, a lot of people are under the impression that if you have a YouTube channel or something like that, that you make a lot of money. That is not true. Okay? That is not true. Maybe some people are very successful at it, but the majority of people are not that successful. You know what I mean? So, if you're getting like a $500 check and you've worked, 40 hours a week on it, that's very logical. But a lot of people are under the impression that if you do have social media, that you're going to get so much money. I heard this one woman, she was on TikTok and she got like, like it was a crazy amount of views, like 5 million views. And people were thinking, oh, you're going to buy a house now, you're going to have all this money. And she was like, what? I only had like 5 million views. That's only like, she said that on that one video she made $1,300, but people were expecting her to have money to buy a house or something. So they don't pay. It doesn't pay as much. I mean, you really have to enjoy what you're doing in order to keep going, because social media doesn't pay that much. So, and that's why you'll find a lot of people asking for donations, because it doesn't pay that much. Unless you got like millions of views or something. If every video is getting like 500,000 views or more, then I could see you doing pretty good. So that might be another reason why this person over here has that impression of you. You know what I mean? And I mean that jealousy, and then wanting revenge, thinking that you're hoarding money, or you're thinking you're better than everybody else, that kind of energy. So that might be why they're like, oh, I'm gonna do another sneak attack, and I'm gonna bring grandma over here and grandpa, and I'm gonna bring, and all these people are gonna come down on you. Well, guess what? You're just gonna distance yourself. You're not gonna play that game. You know what I mean? You're just not gonna play that game. You're gonna be like, okay, this person's gotta go. But anyways, that is your reading for today, Gemini. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I hope this helps you. If it hasn't happened, then this is a warning that it's going to happen. And I do feel very strongly for a handful of you that this is something that's coming towards you. All right? All right, guys. Y'all take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.